Yo, 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 welcome to another edition of Red Wine and History. Today, we're talking about my dad's military history. And today's wine is actually a sherry. I just got it from Burnley Bank Hall auction. I got a feel ripped off because I bought 4 bottles of alcohol. 2 of them were non-alcoholic punch. Anyway, so, my dad served in Northern Ireland in the 70s, and I'll just give you a quick preamble. Northern Irish problem begins with fucking, oh look at that, the cork snap is so old. Why, you tell us, Dad, why did Northern Ireland break out into civil war? What was the situation? Why did what's the problem in Northern Ireland?
Because in them days 30% of population wanted a united Ireland.
Yeah, that's the Catholic side, yeah?
Yeah.
But the Protestants, who were planted there, they were mainly Scottish, were planted in Northern Ireland after Cromwell. So there's a big problem, and then the 6 counties in Ulster broke away in 1921-22. So the rest of Ireland began its process of independence, and Ulster went off on its own as part of the United Kingdom. And by the late 60s, early 70s, like the IRA and that, they're just declaring open warfare, aren't they? So anyway, that's happening. And what year did you join the forces? What year was it?
73.
73. So how old were you? You were 23, 24 then, weren't you?
Yeah.
So what made you decide to join the army? What was the decision? Why? It's not even red.
Me and my mate set up to go around the world, and we only got as far as Morocco. And when we came back, we landed at London Euston, and we stood there wondering what to do. And there were a careers office across road.
At Euston?
Yeah.
Right.
And I went in there.
What did your mate go in?
He did, but he didn't join.
He's like, fuck this. But you said, right, I'm going to take the King's shilling. He took the King's shilling. So what? Do you have to go to Burnley and they say come and meet us at the camp in a couple of weeks or something? What was the process?
You had to go down to Sutton Coldfield for selection.
For selection? So they have to it's like a medical checkup and stuff?
No, well, partly, but mainly educational, you know.
Educational. So what regiment have you decided to join?
I haven't, they tell you.
Right.
And the fact that I'd done the welding apprenticeship more or less sealed it.
In Burnley?
Yeah.
So you've done, do you want a glass of water, Ro?
No more.
So, because you've done a welding apprenticeship in Burnley, they've said the Royal Engineers is the one for you.
Yeah.
So, suddenly, what happens next? What happens after then? You've been selected to...
I came home for a week or 2.
Right. What did your mum and dad think of you joining the army?
My mum went mad.
My mum went mad?
She did. She
Why?
said, people only join the army for they come from they come from broken homes.
Broken homes? Oh right, so it was embarrassing that you joined the army. Well, why did you join? What was the impulse? Why did you join the army? You know what I mean? What was it? It could have been, you know, the Euston moment. What made you think this sounds like a good idea? Did you not say you were bored of your job?
Eh?
You said you were bored of your job, didn't you?
Yeah, I were.
At welding. So, okay, your mum's played ill, but you thought, sod it, I'm off. So you go to training. Where's training? Where was the training camp?
Sutton Coalfield
So-
in Birmingham.
Right, and what was training like?
Well, that weren't Sutton Coalfield, that's where I went for selection process. Training were in Fleet in Hampshire.
Fleet in Hampshire.
Yeah, #1 camp they call it.
Right. And then was it tough or was it easy or did you want to punch anyone? Any of these knobhead sergeants? Bullen! Was there none of that doing your head in?
Actually, when I turned up, the corporal that had been assigned to meet us were actually from Burnley.
Oh well, look here, that's...
And I went to school with him in Todmorden Road.
You went to school with the corporal at Todd Road, well that's you sorted then, isn't it?
No,
No.
no, it wasn't like that.
Was he a knob?
Well, it always were a knob with Frank.
Frank was always... If you're out there, Frank, we do apologise. So, you've gone through your training. Is there such a thing as like getting a certificate? You know, I've qualified as a soldier. No.
No, you just do your training. You did the 13 weeks,
13 weeks.
and then they assign you to a regiment.
Is this that experience about Salisbury Plain? Is this about on this period? You know, when you did one halfway through it, or caught a bus or something? Or just later in your career?
Oh, well, later in my career.
Right. Okay. So we'll come to that in a bit. Right. So you're now a fully qualified Royal Engineer, and where was your first posting?
That was near Salisbury. A place called Cove.
Cove.
Yeah.
Is that by the sea, Cove?
No.
No. So you just in mainland England then, so you couldn't have been much in the way of action. What did you do? What did you do in Cove? Go to the pub?
Yeah.
yeah, basically. Are you sort of like held in reserve to go somewhere in the world? Is that what this kind of vibe is? Yeah. So when was your first overseas posting? Do you remember?
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong. So what does a member of His Majesty's Forces do in Hong Kong in 1974? 74? Yeah? Are you right doing this? Let me get you a glass of water. So what?
Oh, I'm alright.
You're right.
I want to.
So 1974, I'm guessing you were in Hong Kong. What's? It wasn't exactly a trouble spot though, was it? What did you get up to in Hong Kong?
Building roads.
Building roads. Because the Royal Engineer, that's what you.
Yeah.
What, military roads?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, no, but to a scout camp for them, for locals.
Right. Okay. What was your high point of Hong Kong? Most memorable experience, and then what was your worst experience in Hong Kong?
I didn't have any bad experiences.
No, did you love it?
Yeah.
What was your high point?
It's the fact that we were there on Victoria Mountain, you know.
Yeah. So it must have been so exotic compared to Ely Wood and foliage, isn't it?
No, really, it's a dump.
Is it a dump? So have you met some right good mates at this point? Do you have some good pals? Can you remember the names? Who were your squaddies? Who were you right good mates with in 74 in Hong Kong? Can you remember?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. It's about 30 years old.
Louis Groom, he were from Utoxeter.
Louis Groom. Were you drinking buddies and stuff? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever get into scrapes with the locals? Surely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have to do any farting? Yeah. Look at this. Like yeah.
We had to.
Well, you had to. I mean, I thought so. The Hong Kong natives weren't particularly pro-British. Do you think, or did you feel uncomfortable there, or? We made them feel uncomfortable. Right, alright. Hong Kong. So this is your first. You love it. This is great, sunshine. And so where's after Hong Kong? Where's your next posting after Hong Kong?
Well, that were beauty of it also. That they soften you up, send you to Hong Kong.
so they knew you were going to Ulster, but they gave you a posting first.
Yeah.
So now you're going to a war zone. Ulster 74, that's like peak, isn't it? This is the Guildford bombings are about this time, aren't they?
Yeah.
So IRA are launching their bombing campaign. So it might get a bit more graphic now. So where were you stationed in Ulster? In Belfast or somewhere else?
No, in Armagh.
Armagh. Do you remember the town in specific? Is there?
Well, because we were in Armagh, we did all. They called it.
Right, right.
They called it Bandit Country.
Bandit country. Sorry, Dad.
Crosby Glen.
Crosby Glen. It's
all southern Northern Ireland on border.
on the border, right? So what was your role? What did the Royal Engineers do in Ulster? You know, what was your
Same as any other soldier, patrols.
Patrols. So your actual regiment's kind of been stripped away. You're just there as peacekeeping. So what was it? What was the atmosphere like Did you find? How did you find the atmosphere? 74. Do you know? You're in the middle of a fucking very hostile environment. Your civilians are killing each other and soldiers are getting killed. What was it? What did you think, lad? Did you think, oh my God, what have I done?
Not really.
No.
Just concentrating on getting back, really.
Get back home. So your survival mechanisms kicked in. You know, I mean, you don't have to talk about it, but you did see some friends pass away, didn't you?
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, he's told me one story about. There's two stories that I remember the most. One was when you're coming out of a helicopter, you pull. Did you pull straws or something, or you took it in turns to come out last of the helicopter? And on there's one occasion you had to come out last. By which time, whoever's got a sniper, any snipers in the vicinity, managed to get a train on the chopper. And you told me a story once that you came out last, and it was the most terrified you've ever been. Is that right?
Yeah. You were Tail and Charlie.
Tail End Charlie. That's it. That's what it was called. Yeah. And then there was another time, my dad might get upset at this one, but there's a time when you're in a patrol in a house and the IRA used to booby trap the house. And I think my dad's pal got booby trapped in this house, and you heard the boom, didn't you? Yeah. I mean, devastating. So maybe we shouldn't dwell too long on the... But you know, you're a soldier, this is what you sign up for, isn't it? You know. Did you ever feel... That's just 74, and the peace Easter thing wasn't until 1998. The peace broke out 25 years later. Did you feel in 74 that there could ever be a peace in Northern Ireland?
There ain't a peace.
There still isn't a peace to this day. It's one of those things that'll never go away, isn't it? Do you feel...
It'll get worse because that 30% population is now 52.
Right, so the Catholic they're breeding them out, aren't they?
Yeah.
The Catholics are breeding out. We're in the middle of this period. The devolved government hasn't sat for 2 years in Northern Ireland because of the problems, DUP and stuff. They finally got some kind of thing going in the past 2 or 3 days. But that is, because the Protestants, even if they get bred out, they will fight to the bitter end, won't they? Yeah, they ain't going nowhere. So that is going to be a problem that the British created in 1922, 21, 22 and hoped would go away. But it hasn't. My dad had to fucking... Did you get hostility? Who did you get the most hostility off It would have been. Was it the Catholics or the Protestants? As a British soldier. Can you remember?
Well, I'd have to say Catholic.
Yeah.
They were the ones who were determined to kill us.
Yeah. Fuck. What was okay? Before we leave Ulster, what was the closest you came to losing your life? Can you remember? What was it? When you went fuck. You tell me, he's like fuck. Was there a moment?
Yeah, the officer, our officer, Lieutenant Anderson, he volunteered me for a job.
Volunteered you?
To go and measure this bridge up, an illegal border crossing for demolition by the SAS. And when we got there were an IRA roadblock.
An IRA roadblock?
And we were coming towards it, and I said, "We've got a problem here, sir." He said, "What's up?" I said, "That's not our lot."
That's not our lot?
They were in uniform, but it's not our lot. He says, "Why not?" I said, "There's no cap badges in."
So you spotted the uniform not being British regulation? Wow. Well, how far away from the roadblock are you now?
100 yards.
100 fucking yards. That's not very far. Did you put the brakes on?
No, we couldn't do. Because when they had a roadblock 200 yards behind it,
yeah,
they'd have gunmen waiting for anybody to do a runner.
Wow.
And he said, "I don't know what we're going to do here, you know, we can't
go back."
We can't go back.
Fuck.
I said, "Well, the only thing I can see is, bear in mind, there's only two of us and we're carrying 9mm pistols. The other thing I can see is we get up to roadblock, try and bluff his way through it, which is awkward, because I'm from Burnley.
Yeah.
And you're from wherever you are, you're tough in old boss." I said, "We try and bluff his way through it, and if we can't do it, we shoot away."
Wow.
But they had gunmen in front and all. And then I shit myself.
They did.
We got up to it, told them we were...
Are you playing clothes?
Yeah.
Ah, that's lucky.
Told them we were British contractors coming to do a job over there. And I don't think they were wearing it. So all of a sudden, officer just put it into gear and shot through.
Shot through. But you've got enough time for this. It would have taken you gained valuable seconds, innit? Fuck. So the roadblock, they were just waiting in the road. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you'd have tried to hit him at speed, they'd have shot you. Wow. Fuck. That's proper like Nazi Germany shit. Right. Okay, let's leave Ulster. Let's get away from Ulster. Where's next after Ulster?
Canada.
Canada? That sounds like an easy gig. What did you do in Canada?
No, it weren't. It were all work. Same again. We were all building, but we took part in an exercise with 42 Rangers from American Army.
All right.
And they've been told two things you don't do with a British squad. drink with him and fight with him.
Don't drink or fight with a British squaddy.
You'll get beat up all.
Were they turning up with a gunko American knobheadness? 42, yeah.
With a little, smaller than me, a blocky regiment, Fudge Foley they call him.
Fudge ball?
Fudge Foley.
Fudge Foley, right.
From Dumfries. And
my ex-girlfriends are doing hair, they're fucking nutters.
he was an old little bastard.
Yeah, I know.
And a big Yank beat on him, a big nigger actually. Right, two things we have to do with you lot, that's drink and fight. I said, I'm not much of a drinker myself, I can drink, but I like a fight.
This big black guy.
Fudge Foley did.
Oh right, okay. Dumfries versus America, let's see what happens.
He said, I like to fight and all. He said, well, I bet me and you get it on. So Fudge knocked him out.
Fudge knocked him out?
He knocked him out.
Brilliant.
That was the end of the drinking and fighting. The British, they didn't have much drinking with us.
Right. Cool. Right, so, where are we next, Papa Dom? We're in Canada. Where do we go after Canada? I want to get you a glass of water just in case you need it.
Germany.
Germany, of course. Of course. The beaten enemy. I mean, 74 is only like 30 years after World War II, isn't it? So, totally within, totally within living memory. So, Germany, I remember you were in, where was it? What's that town? Oh.
Well, they call it Osnabrück, but
Osnabrück. Osnabrück, yeah. I've actually been to Osnabrück. I was there last year. I went to visit the Battle of the Teutoburger Wald, and it's not so far from there. I don't know if you remember. There's a museum to the Romans all got massacred in that area. But we're digressing. Well, what was your experience of Germany like?
It was all right.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Good food and that.
Good food, good drink, Fräuleins.
Never met up with locals really.
No. Yeah, I mean, you're in the middle of, I suppose you're in the middle of the Cold War at this point, slap bang. Did you feel the presence of Russia? Were they there, over the border? Did you feel?
They were, but that's why we were there, I suppose.
Yeah, to stop them, keep marching forward.
We never saw them.
Yeah, of course, the other side of the curtain, but at this point, you've gone from a provincial, a sort of British thing, a British Civil War conflict, to the Cold War, you're sort of leaping from war zone to war zone, and but it sounds like Germany was an alright time for you then. Nothing major happened, no incidents. So after Germany, where next?
Back to Ireland.
Back to Ireland. When's Cyprus coming? Have we missed Cyprus?
No, that's next.
That's next. So you've gone back to Ireland for how long this time?
3 months.
Anything of note happen in this 3-month period?
No, we just lost a good mate.
You just lost a good mate in this one. Is this the house incident, or is this a different incident?
It were a barn actually. We got told there were explosives in this house, this barn, and we stood outside the house, threw a load of ice bricks through a window, but only one we didn't break was behind a big oak tree that went up to a window.
Right.
So
what are you breaking the windows for? Is that going to set off the explosives?
well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there are a lot of ways of setting explosives off, but tripwires were one of them, and pressure points.
Wow.
standing on floor.
So the IRA are just like completely booby trapping all houses, or any house, a normal house.
What?
That they would. This is a barn, but could they booby trap your flat, for example? Would they just booby trap anywhere, or where was it? What kind of places did they booby trap?
Well, they'll let you know it's an IRA man making call.
Right.
There's explosives in this house. So we broke
An IRA man's told you there's explosives in this house?
Would have been because it were a bomb in there.
Why has he told you?
To get us there.
Ah. So he said
To get us to go out.
So he said there's a bomb there, which the Royal Engineers have
No, they didn't say there were a bomb there.
No.
They said there were explosives in the house.
Right. And then they booby trapped the house to catch you. Oh my God. Because you're supposed to be the ones who's disarming the bombs.
Anyway, this window with oak tree right up to it.
Yeah.
We couldn't throw bricks through that. But we cut all branches down and sent a bloke up on the ladder. And as soon as he got up there, he opened the window, put his leg over the thing and boom.
Oh, why did you not smash the window?
Well, after they cut branches down.
Yeah.
Well, they decided that because we couldn't get at it.
They couldn't get at it.
We won't. Well, they could get at it inside, but they won't. They won't expect us
to go through that one. But that sounds like a double. It sounds like a double bluff. That the only one that they did with that one. Oh my God! That's why he got caught out.
Very clever, actually.
Yeah, no, they double bluffed you. Fuck. That's unbelievable. That's fucking devastating, that, isn't it? And he's one of your mates. Amazing. So that was that Ulster, Dad, and then it's Cyprus, because you got Cyprus and then back to Ulster one more time, and then that's it, isn't it? Cyprus. So what was Cyprus like?
Brilliant.
Brilliant. Best one.
I went
Free holiday.
there with regiment. Then when we came back, I got volunteered again to do 6 months with United Nations. They were up
in Cyprus.
Turkey-Greek War.
Yeah. Right. So Cyprus is divided in between Turkey and it's just like national Cypriots, isn't it? So or is it Greece? Does Greece own half of Cyprus? Yeah. So Cyprus is divided.
Greece had it all.
And then the Turkish natives.
Eh?
It was the Turkish natives, who said we like a little revolution.
No, Turkish army did it. But when they got to Nicosia, which is exactly halfway down Ireland,
yeah,
they decided to stop because all British army bases were in south.
right.
And just didn't fancy a war with Britain, I don't think.
Has that been resolved now? Cyprus? Is Cyprus still? I don't know much about that.
It's still splitting off.
It's still splitting half, isn't it? But it's a peaceful split now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So but in 74, 75, it wasn't a peaceful split, and you were there to make sure the Turks. But it sounds like it was just a free holiday. 6 months with the UN.
Yeah, that were more or less an holiday.
Result. Then you've got one more station, in it, back in Ulster, and this is at this point in time. I'll let my dad tell you the story, but at this point in time, you think I've had enough. So what's happening in this final? Oh my God, I'm getting drunk off this shit. It's only 15%. Right, go on.
Not really, with least eventful with.
Least eventful of all the trips. Are you back in the engineers now?
Yeah,
Right.
I did my 6 months in Cyprus.
Yeah.
Then as soon as I got back, we're going to Ulster next week.
Great.
Then when my 3 years were up, then you sign on for 3 years.
Right. 73 to 76.
Stints.
Since,
You
yeah.
sign on for 3 years since, so if you sign on again, you have to do another 3 years.
Yeah.
And well, when we come back, they asked me if I'd consider signing on again. And I said no.
But let me tell him about that Christmas day when you decided fuck this. That Christmas day when you were on Sniper Watch or something. What happened? Up in a church bell tower.
Yeah.
What happened?
That were on camp. Was in church tower. And a bit lonely that.
You had a Christmas hat on from a cracker, a mince pie and a can of Carlsberg. Didn't you? And he went, they want me to sign on for another 3 months? Nah, I ain't fucking doing that. Is basically what happened. And then...
So they said, I said, I've done 3 tours in Northern Ireland now in 3 years.
Yeah. I mean...
Yeah, but we won't be coming back.
We won't be coming back.
I said you told me that when I fucking joined.
Yeah. So, yeah. But there you go, you've definitely earned your 3 tours of Ulster during that, during the Troubles. You definitely, A, you're lucky to get out, and B, you've earned your pension. Do you think the pension you get for those 3 years is about right?
I don't get a pension.
Do you not get a pension?
No.
I thought you did.
No, minimum 6 years.
So you never got a what? You never got anything penny off the government?
No.
Did you not? I always thought you did.
No.
So are you glad that you did it?
Yeah, I'm glad I did it.
Yeah.
So a place that I've never seen. I'd have never got to Hong Kong off my own back.
Right, fair enough. Yeah. So it was a good 3 years, but only you weren't going to be a military man for the rest of your life.
No.
Yeah. It was more an adventure, really.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. That's another edition of Red Wine and History. My dad's military history. I mean, it's fascinating, what makes a young man sign up. Suddenly, you're being driving into IRA fucking roadblocks. It's like, maybe that wasn't the best of ideas, this signing up malarkey. But, you survived, that's the main thing. Right, till next time. Right, cheers, Pops.